So my title is Director of the North Carolina Pro Bono Resource Center. I'm also a staff member of the commission, of course. So I am very fortunate in that I do a lot of different things, which keeps me busy and happy. And I also get to work with absolutely amazing staff members. In general, my role is to direct the Resource Center, figure out what our goals are for the year, of course in conjunction with the staff, and really find ways, both outside in the community, all over the state, as well as within the Resource Center, find ways for lawyers to do pro bono work. And then over the last few years, we've been fortunate enough to get a few grants to do work that responds to urgent unmet legal needs, and we've been able to respond to those. It's been really satisfying because we are building those projects from the ground up and making sure that we have all of the best practices that we talk about, but have them within our program as well. I love working with people. I love talking with people about their interest in pro bono. That really excites me. I mean, I could talk about it, all day long, but I really love meeting one-on-one with a person and finding out, why they're interested in doing a project or what project really excites them. I think that building those relationships is just, for me, hugely satisfying, and for them, I hope, really helpful in figuring out what their passions are in doing the volunteer work. I guess I have two proud moments. So my parents are both immigrants. They came to the United States from Argentina with no language, no money. And I think that for them, I do this for them. I do this because I know I watched them not have access to legal services, not have resources. And I knew that when I went to law school, I wanted to advocate on behalf of those people that don't have that access. I'm proud to be a former legal services attorney. I'm also proud that I figured out that I have this skill set where I can figure out, how we're going to get to where we need to get to. And I'm proud to be a lawyer. And I'm proud to be figuring out how private attorneys can help address access to justice. And I think if my dad was alive right now, I think he'd be really, really proud of how I used my education and how I'm helping others that, otherwise couldn't get these legal services. I think pro bono volunteering for lawyers and paralegals and law students is critical. We have, as many of you have read about, an access to justice gap not only in this nation, but specifically in North Carolina. And while we wish that we had a legal services attorney for each person seeking legal services, we don't right now. But what we do have are lawyers who have specific skills and time and passion to help those people with their legal services issues. I think lawyers play a unique role in the access to justice system, and in particular private attorneys. And I don't think it's possible to hear what these unmet legal needs are and not be moved in some way, and recognize that with just sometimes an hour of your time, you can help someone walk away from that conversation and have much more clarity about what their rights are, what they should do next, whether they even have a legal claim. I just think that's a huge gift that we have. I would say that it's okay to think about what you want out of this experience. First of all, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that you are asking that question, because that means you've been moved somehow to do this. And so I would ask yourself, what client population do you want to work with? What issue you're really passionate about? That's probably the first thing I ask people. What is it that you really feel strongly about? Because I think that will make a better volunteer experience for you. And then I would ask yourself the other questions, where can I get training? Do I have a mentor or someone that I can go to when I have questions? Do I have the time to do this? Make sure that you're signing up for a project that is realistic with your own time constraints. And I'm confident that we can find that for you. I would say there are a few pieces of good advice. One is show up. I think just by showing up, you are in the game. You are showing that you care. You are showing that you're present, you're ready. You're able to hear what's going on and be informed. Half of the battle sometimes for me is getting people to show up and listen. I have never regretted showing up to something because I always feel like I have a lot to learn. I guess the second piece of advice that I would give is be gracious. Understand that you don't know what the other person is going through. Give them the benefit of the doubt, and believe that they are trying to do the right thing, and that by giving them some grace, that may stop you from making an assumption about them or saying something that you will regret later. So be gracious. Let's be kind to each other.